So today I'm going to show you a crazy high school prank I pulled with my brother Alex. See, there's a 4-year difference between he and I. I'm 4 years older, okay? So we went to the same high school. He was a freshman, I was a senior. Well, for some weird reason, they had a study hall that had both freshmen and seniors. So my brother and I were in the same study hall together. Well, my brother Alex had a classmate of his by the name of Seth, who was also a freshman. Seth thought it'd be a good idea to make fun of me in front of the entire class. So I took him aside. I was like, Seth, I'm gonna let you pass this time. Don't let it happen again. The very next day, Seth again made fun of me in front of my peers. And I was like, all right, you're done. Now at the time, I had no idea what I was gonna do to Seth. But I was bored out of my skull. I had nothing to do in school but think for 2 whole days about how I would get my revenge. Well, at my school, a couple weeks leading to Valentine's Day, they had this thing where they would allow you to pay $1 and send a carnation on Flower Day to a recipient. And with that, they gave you a little card that you can fill out. Well, the idea came to me like an epiphany. I figured, why don't I send a card on behalf of Seth to the school bully? See, I knew that Seth sat next to the school bully in Spanish class. How did I know that? My brother Alex was my informant. Now the school bully was way bigger than Seth because he got left back several times. The card read something like this: when I sit next to you in Spanish class, I get feelings. I just wanted you to know how I felt in case you felt the same way. Seth. What I thought would happen is that the school bully would receive this card with the carnation, get mad, punch Seth in the face, and I would get my revenge. The bully gets suspended as usual. My hands are clean. I got my revenge. That's what I thought was gonna happen. That is not what happened, guys, okay? Disclaimer, what ended up happening was not my intention. So let me backtrack here for 1 second. My brother also recommended that I send an additional 2 carnations to other parties, so that way if there was some sort of investigation, they couldn't track it back to my motivation against Seth. So we sent out 2 additional carnations to the people that, were like, what the heck is this? Why'd you send this to me, And I was smart. I actually got another senior, a female friend of mine, to handwrite the cards. So they couldn't trace it back to me or my brother's handwriting. So on Flower Day, the carnations were delivered and in the morning, and the bully got it, and he was pissed. Word spread like wildfire that he was gonna kill Seth because Seth was gay and had wrote this letter, right? And sent the flower. So Seth starts crying a little bit, is trembling. And hours later, in Spanish class, my brother Alex had a front row seat to see what happened. The bully walks in, confronts Seth. Seth starts crying hysterically and pees his pants. Like legit, pees his pants. So the bully did not hit Seth because he felt so sorry for him. But that's not where the story ends, guys. The Spanish teacher went to the principal to tell him about this really mean prank that was pulled on Seth with the card, right? The principal, for whatever reason, gets really upset and creates a task force to find the person responsible for this prank and expel them. Me. So they went nuts trying to figure out who did this. And the best they could figure is that my brother was the only student that was in all 3 classes where people received these fake carnations, right? So they took my brother into the principal's office, they interrogated him, they compared his handwriting with the handwriting on the cards, it didn't match, and he of course denied the whole thing, They weren't smart enough to look at other classes, they were only looking at the freshman class. They didn't even think to look into the seniors, right? I found out that Seth needed years of counseling, because for the remainder of his high school days, he was made fun of for being gay, crying, and peeing his pants. Now you may be wondering, Sam, do you feel bad about that? No, I gave him fair warning. He still made fun of me in front of my classmates. He got what he deserved.